a lot of my clients parent out of this thing, well, my mom or my dad didn't do this, so I'm gonna do it. So then
Mm,
it creates this realization of like, but I have to do that. I have to show up at every game, or I have to show up at every dance recital. I can't say no if I really can't pick my child up because today was my free day because my mom didn't pick me up and I had to stay at the school sick. So I think a lot of times it becomes like Tiff said, like, what is your expectations and standards and how is that aligning? So
right.
I think it comes from a lot of things. Like if we just wrote out like I make my clients write out like a roadmap. And that roadmap is like, what is society telling you?
Yep.
Society tells me that I have to be a good mom because I'm black and I don't want to be this certain quote unquote black mom that doesn't care about their kids. But who created that?
Right.
This sense of like, well, my mom didn't do this, so I have to do it. Your kids never experienced your mom being their mom. So why are
Right.
you parenting them out of lack?
Right.
This sense of like, well, I'm a single mom, I don't have nobody else's support. Okay, well, let's look at, okay, with you being a single mom, what are the financial means where you can delegate tasks?
Mhm.
So sometimes we're in our own way, and then sometimes it's external. I
Yep.
think it really depends on the individual and what's impacting their realization of like being a mother, in those things. And also sometimes like coming into motherhood when you really didn't want to be a mom. There are so many moms me and Tiff work with where they're like, I
Real.
got pregnant and I didn't really want to be this, so I have to be a good mom, or we struggled so hard to become parents.
Yeah.
So
That's
now it's like I can't do bad because this child didn't ask to be here. And I
right.
always tell my clients, when you say my child didn't ask to be here, that doesn't mean you still have to burn yourself out in order to be this quote unquote parent. So I think it's external and internal things that impact that. But yeah, a lot of times we do get in our own way of burning ourselves out because we don't stop and pause to say,
Mhm.
is this really needed in this moment? And which cup is that coming from?
Mhm.
Mhm. Well, do you make a good point, about people who say that they didn't want to be a mom and they just like happened to end up in this situation. I also think it's fair to give moms a space to say, like, even though I wanted to be a mom, I didn't know this is what it was going to be like. And if I
Mhm.
did,
Yeah.
then no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Right.